Hello and welcome everyone to the English Master Channel. I'm your host, Kim.
And I'm Pete. We're so happy you're joining us today for our 10th episode.
That's right, Pete. Episode 10. It feels like a special number.
It definitely does. And for this special episode, we're diving into a topic many people are curious about: life in Europe.
Yes, whether you dream of taking a vacation there or perhaps even living there one day, Europe has a special charm. Today, we'll talk about what daily life is like.
We'll also explore the work culture, which can be very different from other places.
And we'll finish with one of the best parts, how easy and exciting it is to travel between countries.
As always, we will speak clearly and use simple vocabulary to help you practice your English. So let's get started. All right, Kim, let's start with the basics. The daily routine. What's the first thing you think of when you imagine a typical day in Europe?
I immediately think about the pace of life. In many places, especially in Mediterranean countries like Italy or Spain, there's a more relaxed attitude. People seem to value enjoying the moment.
Right, it's not always about being busy. For example, meal times are very important. Lunch isn't just a quick sandwich you eat at your computer. It's a real break.
It is. People sit down, often with colleagues or friends, for a full hour or more. And dinner is also a significant event. Families often eat together, and the meal can last for a long time with lots of conversation.
That makes sense. Food culture is central to life, and that connects to how people shop for food. People love local markets. This is because fresh, high-quality ingredients are so important. People might go to a specific bakery just for their bread and a different shop for their cheese.
Yes, it's about quality over convenience sometimes. And this culture of walking to local shops is made possible by excellent public transportation.
Exactly. In most European cities, you don't really need a car. The system of buses, trams, and subways is usually very efficient, clean, and reliable.
It makes getting around so easy, and it's much better for the environment. People of all ages use public transport every day.
Totally. And because cities are so walkable, you also see history everywhere.
Oh, that's a great point.
You can be walking to the grocery store and pass by a building that is hundreds of years old, or a beautiful historic statue in a public square. History is not just in museums, it's part of the daily environment.
That must be amazing to be surrounded by so much beauty and history. It really shapes the atmosphere of a place. And we can't forget the cafes.
Of course not. The cafe is like a second living room.
It is. It's where you start your day with a coffee and pastry, where you meet a friend in the afternoon, and sometimes where you have a drink before dinner. It's a core social life.
And speaking of social life, it's interesting how much time people spend outdoors. In many cities, public parks are central to daily life. People go there to relax, have picnics, play sports, and just enjoy the green space.
Okay, let's shift from daily life to work life. This is where we see some really big differences. The concept of work-life balance is something you hear about a lot in Europe.
It's a very important concept. The general idea is that work is something you do to live, not the other way around. Your health, your family, and your free time are considered extremely important.
Right, and this is reflected in the laws.
Yes, employee rights are very strong. There are laws about maximum working hours, and companies must respect them. A typical work week is usually between 35 and 40 hours.
And what about holidays? We mentioned this before, but it's worth repeating because it's so significant.
Absolutely. Most countries guarantee by law 4, 5, or even 6 weeks of paid vacation per year, plus all the public holidays.
Wow. And do people actually use all that time?
Yes, definitely. It's expected. Your manager will want you to take your vacation to rest and recharge. In many companies, especially in August, the office can be half empty because so many people are on holiday.
That sounds like a healthy approach. It must reduce stress and burnout.
It does. There's also a strong social safety net.
Things like public health care and unemployment benefits give people a sense of security. They know they will be supported if they get sick or lose their job.
That security must change how people view their careers and their lives in general.
I think so. Now, what about the atmosphere inside the office? Is it very formal?
It really changes from country to country. In a place like Germany or Austria, the communication style can be quite direct and formal. Being on time or punctual is extremely important.
Right, punctuality.
But if you go north to Scandinavia, to countries like Denmark or Sweden, the workplace culture is often very relaxed and informal.
How so?
Well, the hierarchy is very flat. This means there isn't a big difference in power between the boss and the employees. Everyone is encouraged to share their ideas, and you often call everyone by their first name.
That's a big contrast. So again, Europe is very diverse. You have to understand the local culture to succeed at work.
Exactly. There's no single European way of doing business.
Now for the most exciting part for many people, travel. Living in Europe is like having a key to a continent full of treasures.
That's a beautiful way to put it, and it's so true. The ability to travel freely is a huge benefit of the European Union, especially within what's called the Schengen area.
We touched on this before, but let's give more detail. The Schengen Agreement removed all internal border checks. So if you're in one Schengen country, you can travel to another without your passport being checked.
It's seamless. Can you give us some real-world examples?
Sure. Imagine you live in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. You could decide on a Friday to visit Cologne, Germany for the weekend. You just hop on a high-speed train and in under 3 hours, you're there. No border stop.
Or if you're in Rome, Italy, you can take a fast train to Florence in about 90 minutes to see amazing art and architecture. It feels like a day trip, but you're experiencing a completely new city.
Exactly. And it's not just trains. There are extensive bus networks like Flixbus, which are very affordable and connect hundreds of cities. And for island destinations like Greece or Croatia, there are ferries.
And what about money? Is it complicated to deal with different currencies?
That's another great advantage. 20 European Union countries use the same currency, the euro.
Right.
So you can travel from Spain to France to Italy to Germany to Greece, all without having to exchange money. It makes everything so much simpler. No need to calculate prices in your head all the time.
That is incredibly convenient. So you have open borders, a common currency, and amazing transportation. It's truly set up for easy exploration.
It is. In a single holiday, you can see ancient ruins in Rome, climb the Swiss Alps, and relax on a French beach. The diversity of landscapes, cultures, and history is just amazing, and it's all so close together.
And on that exciting note about travel, we have to wrap up our episode for today. What a journey through life in Europe.
It was. We started with the daily habits, from the relaxed pace of life and social cafe culture to the use of public transport.
Then we explored the world of work, focusing on the strong work-life balance, generous vacation time, and the diverse office cultures across the continent.
And we finished with the dream of European travel, made easy by open borders, high-speed trains, and the euro currency.
We really hope this has given you a clearer, more detailed picture of life in Europe. Of course, this is a huge topic, and every person's experience is unique.
Absolutely. These are general ideas, but we hope you found it interesting and that it was great practice for your English listening skills.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the English Master Channel. We are so grateful to have you with us.
Please subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss the next episode. We would also love to read your comments. Tell us, have you been to Europe? What was your experience like?
Until next time, take care and goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.